Here we are with Beyond the rail tracks. But where does it take us for this? As you see those places over there, where does it show first? A pathway. Just right here. Just beyond the rail tracks. Let's take this pathway down. And I'll show you what's over here. But first, you want to see me, your magical adventure tour trickster host. Reese here. I'm here to take you on the pathway behind the rail tracks, behind this shopping mall. So if I do, let's get a like stuff off me and let's get right onto it. So here is the pathway just right over here. You can see the shopping mall is right over there, but we're going to take this pathway on the way down to over here. I'll tell you a little bit more when we get a little bit close to it. So on the hang of my right, you can see that there's places where the tracks are up over there. We'll take a look at that on the way where we are going, right up to over here. So the train tracks are right there, the places, and this goes right down to over there. And over here is where some of the parts of the shopping mall will be kind of hanging there. First, you can take a look at what you see over here. Do not know what's over here, but whatever it is, it looks pretty interesting seeing something like over here. And then we get to whatever this place is right there. Here it looks kind of like some sort of like shelter of some kind right there. And over here, bend down, let's take a look on the inside. Whatever that is. Who knows what's inside there? Looks pretty interesting. So it's a pretty interesting spot. And again, this is like an in-between spot that no one really sees as often. So it's kind of like something that you don't normally see over here. Usually at the parking lot, and then you see those shopping malls, but no one like kind of really sees behind the shopping mall as well too. So we're gonna take this time to show you what behind looks like, something that you haven't even seen from before. Let's take a look a little bit over here, and then we'll make our way where the shopping malls are. Let's take a look down to over here so you can take a look. Over here, before we get to over there, you can see that there's a sock right there. Not too interesting, but it kind of looks pretty eye-catching. And then working from the ground up, you see is some kind of like pole of some kind here with whatever that is, a shirt, an eerie like shirt of some sort right there. By the looks of it, that's something you don't see every day. Right there. And then we get to over here. What's over here? Some kind of pole right there. And then we get this pole here. Then this sticking into a stump of some kind right there. Seen here. Huh. How interesting. And then over here you see is a skull and crossbones here. And some graffiti. Be nice if this was all you cleaned up. And over here you see some like various like trash over here that also needs to be picked up as well too. Seeing this right there. So this is a little corner that we haven't even seen until now. Let's actually carry on. And we'll head in this direction. Take a look at the tracks. We can go up to over here, and we'll check out what's over here too. You can kind of see so just go here. I can see some of the tracks there. Where the rocks are, just going through those trees. So this is going to be like a slight one for Beyond the Tracks episode. I have to take a look and see what where we're at, and then I'll put that in as one of our episodes for Beyond the Rail Tracks. Let's go check out over here in the same process of heading behind the shopping malls, which is where we're going to be heading to. So if we take a look over here, do not know what this is exactly. It's kind of like charcoal like rock and wood slabs like these. It's right there. Whatever it is exactly, I have no clue, but it looks pretty interesting seeing all of it just right here. And then we get this metal pole that we will take a look at too. Do not know what this metal pole is too, right there. You see that it's like, it almost looks like a sign or a shovel, but it doesn't look like a shovel. It's a sign. Yeah, it's a sign. How's it wet? How's it stuck inside here? This is a sign of something. I can tell. This is in the shape of a sign. Metal pole sign. The sign's right down there. And here's the pole to it, right here. Hope you can make that out. See, yeah, so a metal pole sign stuck in the soil dirt seen here. And that's just coming from over there and heading down to where the shopping malls are. How interesting seeing something like that. So it's like a sign that kind of like got slightly kind of buried almost within a that mound of dirt as well too. And also where the tracks are from there, you can see there's places up over there too that we can also take a look at from over here too. Let's take a zoom up there so you can take a look at that. So where the tracks are over here, You can see this places is up there. See, you got trees, I got there. And right down over here. And at the same line, you can see there's a fence. And you can see some flowers. Especially ones over there. And one's like down from over here. We're just about almost right at the shopping mall. And we'll take a look behind and see what else there is. Anyways, this actually, because the shopping mall is like right over there. We'll take a look at, I see over here. You see more flowers over here as well too. So they're blooming up over here as well too. We'll take a look at that, and then we'll keep on walking behind the shopping mall, which is just back over there. So you can see a nice patch of flowers right there. Looks very beautiful. Blooming up where the fence is. And if you look where the fence is, you can see that one over there, it looks like it's been broken right there. That fence right there looks like it's been broken. As you can see, just right there. So yeah, we looked over there, and then you can take a look over here. You see these interesting looking things of some sort. And those appears like these things have wheels on them. Besides as those blue crates over there, you see these things over here. We'll head up over here, we'll check them and check out these as well too. Whatever these are, blue crates, do not know what those are, but that's all fenced in right there. And I believe that this is a cart of some sort for maybe flowers right there. And then we get is this forklift of crane of some sort seen here. And then these rolling carts of some kind. I think these probably like ones had like flowers or whatever on them for garden stuff. And it's all back here as well too. Isn't that something? Seeing something like this, something you don't see every day behind the shopping malls. And this one here definitely makes a very unique video and as well too. Seeing something unique and interesting. Like over here, we can't go over there, but we can take a look over here. We're just gonna walk in this direction here, avoiding whatever the heck that thing is right there. And I can see over here, not much with anything exciting over here a little bit, but it looks pretty unique. A unique like area spot over here. We'll take a look at that right now. I'll assume there's a guy that's like trying to like drive, so we'll look there. So there's a lot of action going on back here. Some kind of like making sure that we're going with the flow and keeping distance. Whatever this thing is over here looks pretty unique. This box right there, whatever that is, I have no clue. But yeah, you can take a look over there. We're gonna go ahead into this direction behind the shopping mall here. Whatever that thing is, I have no clue. A box of some kind. So we saw that. A Dairyland truck right there, seen there. We're gonna, before we head into this direction, we'll take a look over here. We'll take a look up over here. You can see the tracks. We can go up here and take a look through the fence. That's all we can do. You can see we have the train tracks here. Where the fence is over here. And then we get these wedged in tree like things over here. They're kind of just like wedged and fitted into the mesh part of the fencing here. This one is, that one is, that one is. So it's up there, including that one. And then we got this bigger one over here that's kind of wedged into here as well too. How did they get these things inside here? Pretty interesting seeing that right there. With the behind the rail tracks right here. Pretty interesting seeing like these things stuck into the wiring of the fence here. Pretty interesting it is. Okay, let's make our way down here. Gotta be careful because the grass here is wet, so slippery when wet. So I'm going to just carefully walk down here. And then we'll get to the shopping mall side. And once we finish the shopping mall side, then it'll be close to where we have parked. We didn't park too far. But how interesting that we saw some of like tree matter stuck and wedged in between the wire fence seen just right there. I'll zoom up there so you can take a look. How did it get inside there? I have no clue. Looks pretty interesting how they managed to wedge those things in with the mesh of the wire fence. Where the tracks are, where the houses are. As you can see right there. And then we have some more flowers. Just right here, they're so easy. I can just get to them right now. So you can take a look up at these very interesting looking flowers here, right behind the shopping mall. Right there. As you can make out right there. We got some right there with the fences, and we got some over here as well too. Okay, let's pay attention to the pathway behind over here. Well, the main strip pathway, somewhat. Same line we got is metal, whatever this thing is, storm drain right there, metal storm drain. And then you see are some puddles right over here too. We got one puddle there. So the puddle stretch there. One puddle there. And we got a puddle right there too. And then we got these things. Whatever these are. Look like traffic, like car stoppers of some sort. We got concrete right there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 4 of what you see just right here. All in a lineup. Seen here. We got more flowers up there. As you can see the flowers. Just right up there. Same line as I do not know what that pile is right there. We'll take a look at that too. Again, more of that charcoal like rock seen here. Gotta be careful, there is a bee right there. And in a rusted old, whatever that thing is, pipe. Oh, so, no, it's not a pipe. It's a log. It looks almost like a pipe that is rusted, but it's a log. And it's a part of this seen here, where the fence is, and again, behind the shopping mall. Seen here. How interesting to find things like that too. Over here, and we got some more of these concrete like road stoppers of some kind right there. We got one there, and we got one over here too. And then we'll take a look over here. There's like I don't know what kind of trucks these are, but you can see that. See here, it's almost kind of like drop off cargo of some kind, like for the shopping mall, like cargo for the shopping mall. I think that's what that is cargo of some sort, like either food or other things as well too. And lo and behold, as you keep on walking, you see the shopping cart right there. See here? You're gonna walking on the sidewalk here. This right here I'm walking on is the sidewalk. Yeah, so there's a shopping cart right there. Seen there. Door of a store. Right there. Wooden crates. Seen here. As you can make it right there. So some random finds that we found in this too. Beyond the rail tracks. And again, we got one more over there. We'll take a look down here. We're going to walk this strip hanging down here. But let's take a look at this. Whatever these are, they look pretty interesting. They look like shacks of some kind over here that we'll take a look at. It is fenced, but we're going to take a look at what these actually are. And we're going to around so we can take a great look at these. Whatever these are, I have no clue. Some shelter of some kind seen here. And I believe these are power boxes. We got two of them right here. Seen here. All fenced in. Besides that, you got power poles. And of course, trash bins. We got quite a few of them right from over here. We got here and over here too. Down below, there's a storm drain. You can see water into that. How interesting it looks, seeing water. And let me zoom down. We'll take a look at that too. You take a look over here. These things are open too, including that one, whatever that is. That one's full of boxes. Probably full of like store goods. Hello. Gotta be careful of traffic, because the traffic tends to come down here, but not as often. But we will take a look at what we see over here. We got whatever these bins are over here. Something you don't see every day. Old trash bins. From I don't know how long. Over here. Seeing here, so these are the oldest trash bins right here, all fenced in. And whatever over here is, you can see some other various items over here, old trash bins, and wooden crates, and old shopping carts. As you can see just right there. We go between these cars, because I want to check up over here. Just behind over here. This is behind over here, looking from back of the shopping mall, closest to beyond the tracks up there. So this is gonna be a very interesting episode for Beyond the Railroad Tracks as well too. A very interesting episode, let's put it that way. I forgot what episode it is, and then I'll put that in as one of our episodes for Beyond the Railroad Tracks. So we got that. You can see more flowers. You can see the tracks up there behind the fence there. More flowers over here. As you can see. So all the tracks are up there. We'll take a look at that too when we get further in this direction. We'll go out of this way here. Behind these cars there. See the stretch. So we've done a great stretch so far. We got quite an interesting view at this. Wow. And I like how this looks. Let's kind of box off a slightly different scenes right there. With a different kind of like traffic stopper or some kind, or parking lot stopper or what is. Again, made out of concrete. This one is different compared to the other ones. Seems this right here. So this is almost like into the shape of a box, but with one piece missing. We just got only three of these into a box shape, where the power pole right there is, where the power lines are. See this way about there. We got more of them right over there. Including that one too. You can see more flowers over here. And you can see where the fence is, that we'll take a look at the tracks from there too. That way we will get that view too as well. It's a pretty interesting view, let's put it that way, to get all this in. And again, this is behind the shopping mall. And you just saw the pathway that we had to take to get down to over here. You can see it also has cars parked. And whatever this puddle is, it looks pretty eerie. Let's take a look at that too. On the way out of over here. Now I'm going to show you where the bus stop is over here too. All in the same line. Whoa. Eerie puddle. Whatever that is, I have no clue. Witch brew. Joke. Well, it does. It looks like witch brew. Almost. Not green, but similar. As you'll see right there. And it goes down to a different shape of a storm drain seen here. Right there. Doesn't make it down to, that doesn't make it down to over here. It kind of peters off from about right there. Just before it hit to the round circular storm drain seen here. And that's just behind where the shopping mall is from over here. We'll walk a little bit more further. We'll get that too. We got puddle there and slight puddle over there. There is a little pathway up over there that we'll take a look Then we'll go and see over there. Let's set up this little pathway. It won't take me long. A waffle-like thing. What it is, a storm drain of some kind blocked off. Yeah, we get this storm-like drain. It's a different kind. We'll head up now over here. It's like, we come up here and you can see some writing. You see a star. And whatever this is. Letters and a star. Star up top and star down below. We'll take these stairs up. And it's starting to kind of rain a little bit too. We'll check up over here carefully though. So yeah, just taking these stairs up here. We'll check up top here. This is the upper part. Over here. So the stairs I took right there. Now I'm just up here. And again, this is where the tracks are. We'll stay here so you can take a look at some of the track stuff. We got these lights. So when these lights come on, the train is coming and it's going either in this direction or into this direction. Isn't that something? I wanted to come up here to show you the train lights. Well, the train yield lights, basically, as it's passing either in this direction or in this direction. Right down over there. So here's where the train tracks are over here. Let's take a peek over here so you can see them right there. Tracks there, where the fence is, where the shopping mall is. All in there. This will go off and it will ding, then you know. And then we get there's a car coming. Just wait. And then we get to over here, you see there's another one. I got like there's cars coming, but we'll make it quick. You see all the other lights for the train and the tracks behind over here. Never saw you this before, so this is entirely new. Right down over there. Here's property over there. We're gonna stay over here. Just viewing this. And over here, do not know what that actually is, a power box of some kind. We got words over here too on this log stick there, and a star down below, as you can see. And we got over here kind of like a plateau of some kind. We're not parked too far. We're just parked like right over there somewhere. We're going to is take these lines, which would be the safest to walk down this way. When we will get a stretch next time, we'll just stay focused on over here. I'll zoom down to over there so you can see that. Here's some of the train tracks right there where the park is. I would like to get that so we can get more tracks inside here. I believe there's some from the tram car over here. Yeah, it's where the tram car takes, not where the actual train goes that we've seen from up there. It's a different one. I thought it was from the train there. But I'll even show you where the bus stop is over here. It's not too far from over here. We'll get that spot. I got me this really quick. But yeah, you can see this tracks from over here. So we got more tracks. So it's good that we got more tracks in here. That way we get to meet up with our episode for behind the railroad tracks. See all the tracks right there. Even says right there, tram. On there, it says tram car. This is a tram car, and the track right there. We gotta have to wait for cars because we're gonna make our way into this direction. So yeah, you see here, it's saying tram. And there's a sign up there that reads the km an hour. Just gonna have to wait for a break, and then we gotta cross from here. All be good? Be good. So we're gonna make this journey kind of quick. I'm going to power walk this so that we can get everything inside here, and then we are done for this one. So I'm gonna run this so we get everything. You can see over here, behind over here, fence there, and where you place where you put your bikes over there. That's one last thing. And now we're gonna make our way to the bus stop, and then we gotta get going here. So what I'm going to do is power walk this so we get everything in here to complete the full tour from over here. We'll get this. I only got 7 minutes, so I'm kind of on time, so we'll get what this is. Again, like a cargo drop-off from over here. As you can see right here. Then on the opposite side here is a bus stop. They call the glass bus stop. Trash bin, somewhere we can sit. We got 2 of the bus stops right there. As you can see, just right there too. One, the other. Here, there, scenic view, right over there, viewing the Orange Bridge. That's about it. So we got a lot covered in with this already. Now that brings this video to a close. Thank you for coming along with me. The pathway behind the shopping mall, as well as made another episode of Beyond the Rail Tracks, because this is beyond and it's behind the shopping mall. So anyways, gotta get going. I'll see you all back for more videos when I can. Currently gonna finish up with the 7th. No, just finished the 8th construction of the video. Now, today I'm going to be doing is the 9th construction of that. And that's all I gotta say, because now I gotta get going. See you soon. I'm your Philly, your Mascot Adventure, tour Pixel host, Reese. Peace, with love and blessings. Namaste. Let's get a nice view at this place, or how about we'll end off where the tracks is. As well, so you can see this place as I'm walking. We'll end off at the tracks, because then we are gonna be making our way out of here as well too. Anyways, I'll see you where the tracks are, where we started. So I'm gonna bring this video to a wrap and close. That is just very close to where we are parked. And this here concludes the video for this. I'll see you back at the tracks where we will bring this video to a wrap and close. I'll see you all back with another video.